Hey folks, Mobile Geezer out here again. This time comparing the Samsung Galaxy A52, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra cameras. So we'll see how the budget version of the cameras do with the very premium version of the cameras. So both cameras will shoot at 1080p, 30 and 60 frames per second, and both will shoot at 4K. Both front and rear cameras. Of course, the Ultra will shoot at 4K in 60 frames per second and 8K, but the A52 won't, so we'll just keep them even. So here's the front cameras at 30 frames per second, 1080p, and we'll turn these around and see how we do.
Let's do this!
So just a quick note, guys, as far as color accuracy, neither camera was exactly what I was seeing with my eyes. I'd say the S21 Ultra was closer, but that is enhancing the colors quite a bit, and the A52 was dulling them down. So to my eyes, the S21 Ultra seemed to be doing the best job of the two. Also, right now on Amazon, the S21 Ultra is down to $1,000, which is a little bit off, and the A52 is still at $500. So comparing the mid-range with the premium, I'd say it did a pretty good job, but you guys let me know what you think. So now we're on the rear cameras at 1080p, 30 frames per second. We'll pan around just a little bit. Just see what that looks like. And we'll bring it back and zoom in a little bit. Sorry about the background noise. I'm not far from the street, as you can probably hear. So let's zoom in. It's 3x zoom on the Ultra, and there's 2x zoom on the A52. See if I can, that's as far as it'll go. So let's pull back the Ultra, 2x zoom, and that's how they both look. Added 2x zoom for a second. There's 2x zoom on both cameras. So let's bring it back. There's 1x zoom. And that's at 0.5 on both cameras. A little wider angle. Put it back to normal. And we'll take a walk, test our stabilization. And we'll go down and take a look at our tree and see what the focusing is like. You guys let me know how everything looks and sounds. Now we'll test the focus on our tree. Both look like they're focusing pretty well. Now I'll switch to 60 frames per second and see what that looks like. So here we are shooting at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Got our little brook in focus here, and we'll test this a little bit. Come back, pan around. See if we can zoom in a little. Okay, there's 10 times zoom on both cameras. And it looks like the A52 is distorting quite a bit more. 10 times zoom is the max on the A52. Of course, on the Ultra, we can go to 20 times zoom here. And zoom back out. Okay, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Pan around just a little bit. And we'll take it for a walk and maybe run just a few seconds. Alright, we'll walk a little bit. Seems to me the Ultra is a little bit more stable. And we'll run a little bit. And there's our creek. And now I'm going to change it to 4K 30 frames per second. And we'll head over by the ducks. So now we're shooting at 4K 30 frames per second, which is as high as the A52 will go, so that's as high as we'll go with both. Not many ducks, got one duck in frame. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's 5 times zoom on the Ultra. There's 5 times zoom on the A52. Ultra looks much clearer, as I can tell, much less distorted. Let's go in a bit further. There's 10 times zoom on the A52. And there's 10 times zoom on the Ultra. That's as high as we're going with the A52. Where'd my duck? Oh, there he is. There's 20 times zoom on the Ultra. Zoom back out. Now we're back to normal on both. So we just walk around and take a few pictures, and that'll be it for today. When I bring it back to the front-facing camera, we'll try seeing me at 60 frames per second. I'm sure that'll be a beautiful sight to behold. So that'll be it for today, folks. Now we're shooting on the front-facing cameras at 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm seeing quite a bit of color difference between the cameras, and that's both in photos and in video. But I'll take it home on the computer and we'll discuss it. So, hope you enjoyed it today. Sorry it's such a very overcast day. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.